Gamers, let's get our bully on, okay? Mr. View Crouton Crumbs, you have made the calamitous error of no joy, no whimsy posting within the vicinity of Sir Moresty. Mario Kart World's roster is funny, but not great. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I am a very, very big fan of them just getting super wacky with it. I absolutely adore that. Now, of course, I think I know what the argument's going to be based on the thumbnail. It's going to be, well, like, you added Skunkly Joe, but not Funky Kong, to which I say, cope. I'm going to be honest. Like, listen, I don't know what else to tell you. Cope and seethe, okay? I am a big proponent of just getting wacky with it. All right, now bearing in mind, if we had like maybe like Mario Kart 1 and the Mario Kart game after that and the Mario Kart game after that, we're getting like a bit too wacky, maybe we can get to a bit more stability. But as like a crazy departure, I'm here for it, okay? I'm here for it.
Mario Kart World's roster is basically finalized at this point. Well, we basically know the majority of the characters, and there's around like 50 or something along those lines, which is a really good number. And well, I'm just going to be as straightforward as I can.
Go for it.
I think that this roster is basically like, you know, those fan-made rosters whenever they just choose characters for Smash and they put fucking Goomba, Koopa Troopa, you know, that sort of thing. It's basically that amount of trash.
Trash? What the hell? Already? He's not mincing words, is he? Good lord. Funky Kong is the Mario Kart version of Waluigi in Smash. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of is. I've kind of had enough of you people. Like, okay, again, if he would have said, again, the title is fine. If he would have said it's funny, but I would still rather more stable characters. Fair enough. Trash though? I can't believe this game is. Hold the no joy, no whimsy poster here. Hold, Joe. We're gonna hold. We're gonna wait till he truly loses the allegations.
Somehow it's in a Nintendo game, and I'm just baffled. I don't understand in that sense. Now, obviously, the majority of it isn't bad. The returning characters, I have absolutely no problems with it. I should be putting an image of the characters on screen. The left side is the returning characters. The one on the right is the new one. And so,
thank you so much, Epso. If he slanders my goat swooper, we'll see which ones he slanders. Okay, take your bets, guys. Who does he slander? I feel like he'd be fine with Goomba. He's gonna hate Cow. He's gonna like Pianta. He's gonna like Spike. He's gonna hate Pokey. He's gonna like Rocky Wrench. He's gonna hate Penguin and Dolphin and Snowman for having like generic names. Cow is the only exclusive to that, but the rest of these gonna hate for generic names. Cataquack he'll be okay with. Peeper, Parabitty Bug, Sidestepper, Fishbone, Swoop, Stingbee. No, he's gonna say no, fuck them. Piranha is gonna be okay with. Cheap Cheap is gonna be a maybe. And these two he's gonna fucking hate. So for me, like, my theory is that the legacy enemies he's gonna like, so, you know, your Goomba, your Pianta, and Piranha Plant. But, like, all of the, like, newer, weirder enemies, he's gonna be like, fuck them. That's what he's gonna be. That's what he's gonna do. Cow being the odd exception, because he's gonna be on a Cow meme, at least, shortly, right? That's my prediction. Let's go.
I have absolutely no problem when it comes to the returning characters, but it's not perfect. Like, some of them I feel like they should be returning, which I will get into later. And the problem that I have is mainly with the right side, like the newcomers. What in the fuck are most of these picks?
I mean, to be honest, that was kind of the backseat Miyamoto. Listen, don't slander the Go Backseat Saga, okay? We like him now, okay? He's my best friend and we play golf every Tuesday because we're old. But yeah, honestly, for me, I'm just like, again, I get, if your opinion is, I like that they got wacky, but it's a shame that it was at the cost of some staples. I'd be okay with that. But like, for me, like, I don't know how you can see this insanity and go, I hate it. For me, I just can't see. Maybe I'm just too, maybe your goat is just too joyful and whimsical. Maybe I am. I don't know. But for me, I'm just like, I like it when shit gets weird, man. I just like it. I can't believe you've been replaced. You've been replaced, okay? You're like, oh, golf is for old people. I want to play disc golf. And it's like, call it frisbee, okay, you fucking zoomer.
Like, what? And so whenever it comes to a Mario Kart roster, or just like a roster in general, I'm just thinking of in terms of priorities, like who should be in before who.
I would say that's a fine train of logic to use for something like Smash. But if you're asking me something like Mario Kart, I don't think I like. Okay, again, chat. Maybe for the longest time, I've never cared about Mario Kart roster, so I could be speaking out my ass. I don't think like there's like a philosophy or like a a fucking methodology behind a Mario Kart roster. As far as I'm concerned, as long as like the usuals are there, like the only like sacred cow I'd say is like the original 8. Like if one of the original 8 is gone, then okay, something weird has happened here. Like in a main home console entry, obviously the handheld games are a bit different because there's a less roster because it's a smaller size. But if we're talking like a home entry, like you have to have the original 8 and there's just the rest of it is just whatever the fuck you want as far as I'm concerned. Like if I was to make some sacred cows. Other than that, I don't think there are any sacred cows, I'll be honest with you. It's just original 8 and that's kind of it. Anyone else is like there's obviously a couple of other characters that weren't made like original 8 but are shoo-ins, for example. But you know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't. DK Jr. I mean, DK Jr. is Donkey Kong basically. You know what I mean, right? Like DK Jr. is basically Donkey Kong. Let's be real here. But that's what I mean, right? Original propaganda has no place here. I'm just trying to understand.
Original roster propaganda has no place here.
I'm just trying to understand. But help me help you. No, help you. Help me. I'm trying to understand. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is hilarious to me. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to understand from his perspective. I'm trying to be empathetic. I'm trying to beat the allegations. All right. But I'm just like, goddamn, I understand that. Hey, it's funny how some of the obscure stuff is in. People are freaking out over Cal because he's goofy. Yeah, Diddy Kong and Funky Kong aren't bad, but DLC is possibly. Yeah, it's like DLC is possible as well. I think people are discounting that as well. But also, we'll get again. I got a conversation I'm putting a pin in, but we'll talk about it as soon as he talks about it. I'm not trying to do a people online, but I've seen a lot of people up in arms that they add Diddy or Funky, but they're in Wii. They don't need to be there. People aren't. No, I think that's a reasonable people online because I could definitely see a lot of people complain about Diddy and Funky. But like I said, we'll put a pin in that until he talks about it because I'm almost certain he'll talk about it. But let's continue.
And who should you show first? So that way, yeah, you get like some hype, right? So I'm gonna go through them one by one and let you know my thought. So
okay.
Goomba.
He loves Goomba. You love Goomba.
Sure, he doesn't have any hands. It doesn't make sense for him to drive like a cart, but it's funny.
Okay.
It's like the main enemy. It makes sense. So 100% for Goomba.
Okay.
That one's fine.
Okay, gamers, he's 1 for 1. Okay. Surely with Cow, your opinion is going to be, what a stupid addition, and I love him, right? Because that was my opinion. Cow is an absolutely stupid addition to this game. Hilarious, and he should go in. Come on.
The Cow, it's a funny addition,
yeah,
but no.
I'm sad. Gamers, I'm actually sad. I'm just sad. I'm sad. We need more joy and whimsy in our lives. But don't worry, nothing about money can't cheer you up. Am I right, guys? Nothing about money can't fix. Thank you so much, Scary Studios Orchestra, for being a Moscow Night. Much love to you. You get videos a little early, okay? You're one of the priorities now. I'm just like, oh, come on. No joy, no dad with the milk. Honestly, like, he's definitely not beating the no joy, no whimsy allegations. I'll let you have it, guys. I'll let you have it. Guy absolutely belongs as a cat. His first appearance was a Mario Kart game. This is one of those, like, for me, this is, what do I say? This is like the Smash equivalent of like Mr. Game & Watch, where they were just like, what an insane pick for a character, but I'm here for the energy. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what this reminds me of. Like Mr. Game & Watch in Melee was like, who the fuck is Mr. Game & Watch and why is he here? But like you could never imagine the game without Mr. Game & Watch. That's how I feel about Cal. I'm just like, how can you hate on Cal now? Do you know what I mean? What a strange addition, but I'm here for the energy. And it's hilarious that he's just named Cal, not even Moo Moo either. God, do you know what? I could see you getting more angry that he's called Cow instead of Moo Moo. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'd say. If his take was that, I'd be like, based. I agree with him. But, I don't get it. I like a Greg search. Thank you so much. Hang on, I'm going to take my watch off. Again, I don't want to be guys, I respect my viewers, okay? The smartwatch goes off when I'm streaming.
I am not for the Cow to be in Mario Kart.
That's unreal.
Like I said, it has to do with priorities, and this is not one of them. The Pianta...
You're going to like the Pianta because he's from Mario Sunshine, blah, 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 you know what I mean?
Is a really good addition.
Oh,
I really like the fact that, we're getting more reps for, like,
Sunshine
games like Mario Sunshine in that case. So that's good.
Okay.
Spike?
You are going to like Spike because he's like your Scrunkly. Like, his point is going to be, Spike is quite weird, but I like him. He's got that weird energy about him. That's what's going to be.
I mean, personally, I don't like Spike as an enemy. I don't like the fact that he's being put everywhere, but...
He doesn't like the Spike? I don't know. He struck me as a guy who would love the Spike propaganda. Oh, no!
He's becoming, like, his own huge thing.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Technically, it could work. So this one, I would give it a pass.
Okay, he gives it a pass at least. He's not a fan of the spike propaganda, but he'll give it a pass. Pokey's 100% going to be a no, and he's going to mention that he has no arms.
Now, Pokey, on the other hand, sure, the Pokey is like a big enemy, and in some aspects, yes, I can understand. But when you think of Pokey, you don't really think of a character Pokey. You just think of, you know, a tall statue, you know, that just gets in your way. And that's really about it. So for me, Pokey, get it out of here. Next we have...
Oh, it's just mean. You didn't even use the no arms, because like one argument I could kind of get is that like with all how wacky some of the trick animations get, having a character that doesn't have arms or legs to express their like have any cool trick animations, I could see that being a bit like naff. I could kind of see it. If that was like your argument, I'd be like, I kind of get it. I don't necessarily agree. I think Pokey's funny, but like, I don't know, man. I think he's been in enough games. Do you know what I mean? Well, he deserves a spot. You know.
Have Rocky Ranch, and that's basically
Rocky Ranch is great. Come on, surely.
basically Monty Mole, but with some fucking glasses. Like, why? Just no.
Unreal. Imagine, chat. Imagine. Oh, what's it? Oh, well, are Jamaicans and Africans the same to you as well? The racism on display, chat. More race. I can't believe this. Monty Moles and Rocky Range are two entirely different races. Okay, unreal. You're bomba clock. I can't believe this.
For the penguin,
I can't believe this.
Probably let it slide out of all the picks that I'm getting rid of, but I would still get rid of it. I don't understand why a penguin isn't here. Dolphin.
Okay, if it's only Musty, okay. Some of these characters are too wacky. Who do you get rid of? The first thing I clapped when DJ Ninja said Daisy Circuit. I clapped. Thank you so much, DJ Ninja. You can go back to lurking now. But I'm not gonna lie, Penguin would be one of them. If I had to get rid of a whimsical pick, if it was like too joyful, too whimsical, Misty, tone down the whimsy. I think Penguin is one for me, chat. I'll be real with you. I think Penguin is one for me. I think I'm getting rid of Penguin. So if he says he gets rid of him, I'll let him have it. Dolphin, though? I don't know. There's something about a dolphin on a dolphin dasher that's really funny to me.
Dolphin makes no sense. It's just like the fucking cow. No. I get rid of it. Snowman is like...
Well, you get rid of the dolphin. You get rid of the dolphin as well. Snowman... Again, I could kind of see it, but...
The worst one out of all of these, get it out of here. What in the fuck? Like, I should say this again. I get it. It's funny. But there are more important characters to put in the game. Like, fuck. Cataquack. Like, it's a stage hazard.
Don't you on my mama. On my mama if you fuck with Cataquack. Don't you fucking dare.
It's not really that much of a character, and I can understand, like, you might think I'm a
You better be careful.
because I was like,
I'm living in your walls if you diss Cataquack.
rid of Pokey or Snowman. But Cataquack has actual, I mean, like, it feels like an actual character, you know? It has an actual name, an actual design. Like, it feels like a character, you know?
I'll call off the hit tonight, don't worry.
It's unique in that sense. So for me, I would be fine with it, but it's, again, on the line, just like Penguin, but on the upper side, so I would let it go.
Peeper, I kind of get Peeper. I'll be real with you. I can kind of get it. Do you know what I mean? Like, again, if I'm turning on the racism, we kind of have ghost representation with the booze. Do we necessarily need another one? I fuck with Peeper, but I can see someone going. But it should have been Bruiser. Yeah, if we're gonna have another ghost rep, Bruiser would have been my higher priority. I'll be honest.
Peepa, I don't understand. Just put a fucking boo. I don't know why a Peepa. It's so stupid. Para Bitty Bud.
Come on, but there's something, again, for me, it's like the enemies that have a car is just really funny to me. There's something really funny about a dolphin riding on a dolphin dasher, and there's like a Para Bitty Bud on a Bitty Bug. Bitty Bud on a Biggie Bug. Come on, like, there's gotta be there's a rap in there somewhere. Do you know what I mean? There's a rap in there somewhere. That's like saying, do we need more women? I think it's slightly different, Becky. Go on, surely it's a slightly different. Okay, I fuck with the energy.
Whatever the fuck. No. Like, that's just the equivalent of a Goomba, but not as iconic, and I just don't give a shit.
That's mean.
For Sidestepper, I'm very...
Come on, surely Sidestepper, right?
fine with that. I think that one makes a lot of sense, specifically because of its origins. It was in the first ever Mario Bros, like an actual Mario Bros, and I think it's actually a good addition in that regard.
Also, so we're going to have history, huh? Maybe he is a bit backseat Sakurai peeled, eh?
Bones, it's just like fucking Dolphin or the Pokey, you know? That makes no fucking sense to me. Get it out.
Oh, you hate to see it, gamers. You hate to see it. At least he liked my go. See, at least he liked Cataquack. I'm okay. All you fish boners are finished. All of you fish boners are absolutely finished.
And talking about not making any sense, Swoop,
Come on,
Sting
Swoop.
Sting by, whatever the fuck you want to call it. These two make no sense. Get them out. I
Oh!
don't care about them. Piranha Plant is an iconic enemy again, so I don't.
Again, it's
mind.
old. It's literally backseat logic. The backseat soccer. What have you done? Your video has done calamitous damage on the small YouTuber scene. I cannot believe this, Mr. Backseat Soccer. We're gonna have the gamer alert. We're gonna get Soccer in the chat to confirm this. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to, gamers.
So
It's unreal.
Don't like the dolphin and swooper slander.
Neither do I. Honestly, that's unreal. Should I go battle Zubat instead? Oh man, it would have been a sick crossover. Swoop with like a Zubat skin though, as like a crossover. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool.
This one can pass. Cheap is also an iconic enemy. The coin coffer.
Oh, so cheap again. It's old therefore.
I can understand if you think that it's stupid and it shouldn't be in here, but I think it's such a creative pick that it kind of deserves its place. And I mean, it's also a pretty creative enemy in and of.
Oh, so coin coffer gets it's creative therefore, but like none of the other ones get. No, Fishbone doesn't get that. Oh, so coin coffer gets the privilege. Which one? I have picked you, coin coffer. You are the one that will represent. You will be my successor on the kingdom of joylessness and whimsicalness. You will uphold our values for this kingdom of grey and bland. He's rich. That's what money, isn't it? Money talks.
Itself. And
Money
I think that coin
talks.
coffer would be funny to have. It's like creative funny works, but funny because it would be funny doesn't work.
Why not though? Why not? Like, why not? Seriously, are you telling me? Funny because funny is what I'm all here for. Do you know what I mean?
You know,
I'm here
whenever
for
I'm
it.
thinking of that,
I'm
just
here for it,
thinking
man.
of like Rob or Mr. Game & Watch, in Smash Bros. Right?
So those can get away with it. This can't. Like, there's too much. Those can. So you acknowledge that some Joe and Whimsy is good, but this is too much. Oh. He was, you know what it is? He's a Diddy Kong main chat. That's what it is. He's a Diddy Kong main.
Trainer is another example. So like they're creative, funny, and because of that, I just want to keep them. Conk nobody gives a shit about that enemy.
Unreal. Do you not understand? Okay, it's been so long since a new Mario Kart game. There honestly, there are probably unironically some Zoomers who grew up with Conkdor. Okay. There are some Gen Alpha kids out there who grew up with Conkdor, okay? So you better hop off Conkdor slander, all right? And if you're asking me, like, on a real level, I think of these strange-looking enemies, like, if I had to mostly pick one, every other enemy's getting shot right now. I have 10 bullets, and there's 11 whimsical characters. I'm shooting 10 of them and keeping one. I think Conkdor's gonna be my one. Conkdor is my, like, coin coffer to him is Conkdor for me. What a strange-looking enemy does, do you know what I mean? Like, of all the enemies, I have to get rid of all these whimsical picks. And Cow is staying. Obviously, Cow is staying. Obviously, I'd use my save on Cow. But if I had to pick something other than Cow, I think I'm keeping Conkdor. The side about his design that fucks with me. Do you know what I mean? I like it. It's so strange and weird, and I like it.
Get it out of here. So there you go. These are my thoughts on the ones who don't.
Oh, so that's who he'd cut. Oh, that's who he'd cut. That's harsh. That is harsh. Like, Cow, I'm saving Cow. I'm saving Cow. Pokey, I'll let you take Pokey. Rocky Wrench is mean. I'm not letting you have Rocky Wrench. Penguin, you can keep Penguin. Penguin is someone you can keep. Dolphin stays, though. One of these three stays is my point. One of these three. I'll let you choose one of these three stays. Peeper, I'll let you have Peeper. Parabiddy no. I'm standing over Parabiddy. I'm standing over Fishbone as well. I'm standing over Fishbone in court. Swoop and Stingbee, begrudgingly. I'll begrudging that you have them. And Conkdor is a no. Conkdor is 100% a no. That's if I'm being nice. As far as I'm concerned, all of these deserve their spots. But the ones that I'm absolutely 100%, I'm Saul Goodman in court, is Cow, Rocky Wrench, one of these three, Parabiddy Bug, Fishbone, and Conkdor. That's for me. That's unreal. I mean, that's just unbelievable behavior, you know? Oh.
Deserve to be in the game. Well, don't deserve, quote unquote. But that's, again, because I didn't tell you about the priorities over these characters.
So let's have a look, okay.
The characters that are missing in this game are going to be put on screen.
Okay, so this is what I want to see that conversation I put a pin in earlier? What I was going to say is, who in this roster chat would you 100% stand up in court and say they got snubbed? Not as in like they're missing or they should be here. As in like, when I say snubbed, I want to mean as in like they literally had a pizza. They're like, ha ha ha. Hello, I'm here for the Mario Kart World Roster party. I'm not invited. What do you mean? No, Mario will clear thing. No, Mario will clear thing. Hey, no, seriously, get Mario. He's gonna. No, just let me talk to. Hey, Mario, it's me, bro. It's me. You let me in. Like that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying snubbed. Who got snubbed? Because as far as I'm concerned, DK Jr. is basically DK, so he did not get snubbed. Koopa Paratrooper did not get snubbed. P Piranha, I'll put a pin in P Piranha. Rob, I think it's been too long since Rob. I don't think Rob got snubbed. Funky Kong, we'll put a pin in him. The Mii's I would 100% say got snubbed. The Mii should have been in this game, all right? Honey Queen, probably not. Probably did not get snubbed. The Koopalings, no. I would say no. The crossovers were the crossovers. We already kind of knew they weren't going to get in, right? Dixie Kong as well, I wouldn't say neither. For me, any of the characters that were just in tour, I would say you could make an argument for. I can see it. Because obviously we have some characters that were in tour that made the jump to World, but others didn't. So like Charge and Chuck, for example. So the fact that some made and others didn't, I could see you saying they got snubbed. So like, for example, your King Bobo and Poochie, I'll let you have it. I might disagree, but I'll let you have it. Kamek is an item, so obviously he got snubbed with a question mark at the end. Dry Bowser and Metal Mario and Pink Gold Peach, Tanuki and Cat Peach, they're just skins, okay? Did they really get snubbed? You can play as the base characters. They did not get snubbed. Captain Toad and Peachette, again, maybe I could see the argument. So if I'm talking like 100% without a shadow of a doubt, right? Without a shadow of a doubt got snubbed, the Mii's 100%. The Mii's. And then of course the big three I would say is PE, Diddy, and Funky. Right? These are the big three that I could say you can honestly say they got snubbed. But I would say, so are we really getting up in arms? So what you're asking me, what I would say is, would I take Diddy, Funky, and PE over the absolute whimsicalness of the rest of them? And I'm saying no. As far as I'm concerned, I'm saying no. If it was Diddy, Funky, PE over all of the chicanery we just got, no. Because as far as I'm concerned, and the Mii as well. The Mii is obviously, so Mii, Diddy, Funky, and PE, or all of the other characters. Which one are you choosing, guys? Which one are you choosing? Because you're asking me, it's no contest. Because those are the only 4 characters that I will hear a genuine shout for they got snubbed. Poochie, King Bobom, you can also make a good shout for. So if at most I'll give you 6. I'll give you 6 characters that got snubbed. I'm okay, thank you. I'm okay. I'll take the whimsicalness. Take some more Wii guys. As much as I adore Funky, I'm ditching him for the cow any day of the week. It's like, even if we wanted to play, like, I'm saying snubbed in quotes, because those are the ones I think you can make a good argument for. If you're asking me personally, Musty, who actually got snubbed? I think Diddy Kong. I think Diddy Kong should have been in the game, right? Diddy Kong's been in the game for a while. He's been in Double Dash. He's been in Wii. He's been in fucking like he's been here for a while. Do you know what I mean? Diddy's like the one where I can say, okay, kind of fucking get it. The rest of them though, you're Ellen Skibbity, okay? Shut up, nerds. Okay, your era is dead, okay? Long live the wacky era, okay? We are eating wacky burger now, okay? Sit down, you wee nerds, and enjoy your world burger, okay? I've had enough of you.
Thank you, Mario.
Long live the sidestepper. Exactly. Thank you. Long live the sidestepper. I don't care about Diddy Kong anymore. He's had enough. He's had his conquest. I've had enough of him.
The legacy for not only the list from earlier, but as well as this one. And
long live Kongdor.
Against
long live Kongdor.
That we have.
Long live Moo.
That there is a huge problem.
What's the huge problem?
For example, Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong is like the most important Donkey Kong character outside of Donkey Kong, right? And he's not here.
For me, I would say, if I was to have a game theory, you know how like my game theory of Nintendo just don't give a shit about Super Circuit? Again, 1 track in 7, 1 track in base 8. In their Mario Kart 8 Direct, they completely forgot about it, and no tracks in World. It's safe to say they hate GBA, right? My game theory for Diddy is that, like, well, first he's in jail. That's obviously the meme. But, like, for example, with like Donkey Kong's redesign, that obviously I feel like they're trying to. I wouldn't say, because obviously I think I know this. I don't want to spoil, but I know of one other Kong character, Rareware Kong character that is in Bonanza. But I feel like they're trying to step away from the Rareware extended universe, at least somewhat. At least that's the feeling I get. Again, we have to play Bonanza to see maybe maybe your Candy Kongs and your Lanky Kongs are in there. Do you know what I mean? But if you're asking me, I feel like they're trying to step away from like the Rareverse and trying to like make their own thing going on. That's what it feels like to me. And I feel like retiring Diddy and Funky from their Mario Kart game is at least a step towards that. You know, that's my theory anyway, but I don't know if that's true or not. Or maybe they're like waiting for, maybe Bonanza has a Diddy Kong redesign and they're going to include that as DLC. Yeah, maybe something like that. So I would say maybe something like that, or maybe Diddy Kong Racing 2, something like that, you know? So yeah, I feel like they're saving it for something else, perhaps. Funky Kong, I don't know if Funky Kong is going to get a Nintendo redesign, but that's my game theory as to why Diddy didn't make it. So in that case, either he's coming back for DLC or, hey, and that's the end of an era, eh? Eras come to an end, as they say, right? So I don't know what else to tell you. Diddy Kong was banned for participating in Mario Kart, which is due to illegally interacting with Kiddy Kong. Shut up, Toad. Is that joke ever going to get old? I don't think it is it? Swanky Kong, though? Swanky Kong would be kind of cool. If we can't have the Koopalings, I don't think we should get the Kongs neither. Racism for racism, eh, Miro? I like your style.
Why? PD Piranha, Funky Kong, Dixie Kong, Dry Bowser, I would dare say Metal Mario, Poochie, King Babam. Like, these characters, I would love to see them in Mario Kart, but for some reason, they are not here.
Also, yeah, I was waiting. Hang on, he did say it, right? I thought I had an aneurysm for a second in the chat. Can I go?
Metal Mario.
So, like, okay, Mr. View Crouton, who got snubbed? Diddy Kong. Okay, I see it. P, I see it. Funky Kong, you're a wee Andy, but I see it. The Mii's, 100% I see it. Metal Yeah? Metal Mario? That... You're Saul Goodmaning for Metal Mario. We'll let him continue.
Poochie, King Babam. Like, these characters, I would love to see them in Mario Kart, but for some reason, they are not here. And I have no idea.
Do you know who also isn't on this list? Gold Mario. Did you ever think about that, huh? Oh, so the metal one's fine. Oh, hang on. So the metal one's fine. The metal one is fine, but the gold one is not? Maybe you should think about yourself then. Maybe you should have a think about that, huh?
Why? But here we are. And
he's mineralist, isn't he? He's mineralist, isn't he, Chad? Disgusting.
The one that hurts me the most out of all of these cuts is Kamek. Kamek was just...
What? Kamek? Really? Like, I'll be okay. Hang on. I need to know who agrees, who doesn't agree. Because I mean, for me, when people say he got demoted to an item, I think it's less demoted, but he got like a side grade. Like, I'm okay. See, I'm with Starlight. I'm around Starlight. I'm like, he has a purpose in the game now. Like, him not being raceable is a bit of a shame, but he's kind of his own item now. So I'm just like. We could have had both. You're right, but like I'm a bit. I guess maybe he's just not my scrunkly, so I don't really care too much, I suppose. To be fair, Karma has a history of being cheated. Oh yeah, because he was in what 64. He was in the cut roster for 64, doesn't he? So I suppose bringing him back only to get rid of him, it was like I see it. You know, you're right. You know, Chad, you're right. You actually see. I can admit when I'm wrong. Okay, very rarely, but I can. But I think fair. I can see it.
Put into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as a DLC. And after 20 years, we finally get to play as him, and now it's just gone.
Yeah, I can see it.
For some fucking reason. And that is mind-boggling to me. I don't know why. But
hang on, but hey, chat, remember, hey, how about this? Kamek comes back, but we have to trade him for like 7 Skrunklies. Who you picking? Listen, again, some sacrifice had to be made, okay? The roster got Wacky Burger, and some cuts had to be made. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm okay with that. The ends justified the means as far as I'm concerned.
We're doing this? Like, the dude got cucked twice, and now he's getting cucked again.
Good.
Like for the big
he can watch. He can watch.
I don't understand as to what Nintendo is thinking. Like, what the fuck? Instead, we have fucking Pokey, Rocky Ranch, Para, Bitty Buddy, or whatever, Swoop, and fucking Fishbones. Like,
Fucking again! He added the F word to Fishbone. You Fishboners in chat are in the mud. He hates you guys the most.
what in the fuck? Or the cow? And as much as
And the cat. Whoa. Keep the anti-beef matters to yourself. Keep the beef out, or we're gonna have beef. All right, that's what I'm saying. Hey,
cow is funny, again, the priorities, okay? There's like more iconic characters. Like, just,
I don't. Again, my hand is up again, chat. When it comes to roster discussions in Mario Kart, I ain't particularly like too invested. But like, is there like any characters that is like? For me, I'm just like, using iconic and in Mario Kart just sounds weird to me. Again, technically it works, right? You think iconic in, because obviously I would say there's some iconic characters in Smash that maybe like don't have too much modern day representation, but like they're iconic to Smash that you get in, like your Captain Falcons. How many Captain Falcons does Mario Kart have? That's what I'm trying to say, chat. Because Captain Falcon is an iconic Smash character. F-Zero has been dead in the water for like 20 years outside of the Battle Royale. But you're not getting rid of Captain Falcon. You are not getting rid of Captain Falcon in any Smash roster. Because he's iconic to Smash. How many like Captain Falcons do we have? Right? How many? How many do we actually have? Right? And if you're saying Funky Kong, you're wrong. Okay? No, okay. Funky Kong is fair. But like, how many others do we actually have? Is there anyone else in this roster that is a Captain Falcon? Not really. You know, I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, at least not from the cut list. Like in the game, sure, but in the cut list, in this list here, Funky maybe. I don't know. I think there's a shout for Larry. Which one's? I don't even know which one Larry is. I don't even want which one Larry is. Biff, you said on purpose. Roy is this one. I know Roy is this one. Maybe Try Bowser? Would you say Try Bowser the equivalent of Captain Falcon? Try Bowser? The blue one? Or this one? Funky Kong, Petey, and Pink Gold Peach? Pink Gold Peach, yeah? Okay, I can see you saying Funky Kong, but like, to be honest, like, I'm not gonna lie, I fucking hate Funky Kong. I'm putting my hands up. I've been discourse poisoned. I fucking hate Funky Kong. I hate Funky.
How is the Captain Falcon of Mario Kart?
You know, real. I agree, real. I was like Pink Gold Peach because it'd be so fucking funny. True, honestly, it'd be kind of funny. But Funky's over. I've had enough. The people on the end. The people online. Look, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's the Mario Kart Wii stands that I don't like, and by extension, the Funky Kong bros. You know what I mean? Like, the Wii stands and the Funky Kong stands are kind of like holding hands, and I hate both of you. You're both in a relationship, and I hate the pair of you. The people online I've been discourse poisoned. I'll be real with it. But if I'm trying to like find an antidote somewhere, then I suppose Funky Kong is the Captain Falcon. I suppose. I don't care about him. Okay, fuck him.
bothers me, okay? And no, I'm not gonna count like Link, Isabelle, and the Inkling, because I'm thinking about Mario Kart, not Nintendo Kart, okay? Maybe for
the classic. Even though we thought Nintendo Kart discourse was dead, chat. We thought it'd be dead. Again, Link equals Nintendo Kart gamers. You people, one character equals Nintendo Kart, yeah? You know what? Bring back Nintendo Kart. You know what? I'm back. You know what, gamers? I've changed sides. I've changed sides again. I'm back on the Nintendo Kart. I'm defected. Bring back Link. Give me Captain Falcon. Give me Samus. Give me Kirby. Give me Olimar. Give me Alf. Give me Elmer J. Fudd. Give me Bugs Bunny. Give me Fortnite Jonesy. Give me all of them. I'm back. I'm back, gamers. I'm back. I'm back, gamers. I'm back.
Okay. Probably outside of Pink Gold Peach, Tanuki Mario, and Cat Peach, and even Peachette, I would dare say. All of these characters deserve to be in over most of the new characters that we just got. This is actually kind of pissing me off.
Damn, Matt, why you mad, bro? But like again, it's that word deserves. Is there any character on this list that I would say deserves to be in Mario Kart? Again, the only one, Diddy, maybe, because he's been in like so many games. But no, I don't think anyone here deserves to be in Mario Kart. Like, you're either in or you're not. You know what I mean? You're in or you're Flynn. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I just don't. I don't think Mario Kart is one of those series that's so defined by their characters that like there's a set of characters that deserve to be in. I just don't believe that. Personally, I don't know. I'm willing to have my mind changed, but I don't believe there's a single one here that deserves. It's like a big term that I don't think is being used effectively here. Like, you want to be back, sure, but deserves? No, every character deserves to be in is already in, all right?
I'm not even just talking about this list. There are so many iconic characters from Mario that we can put for like their first debut in Mario Kart. Like, for example, I would love to see a Mario and Luigi rep like Fawful.
I clapped when he said Fawful! I clapped, gamers! Also, Nintendo guy's bad, but Mario's extended universe, though. Ooh, yes, yes, I want my Gino. I want my Prince Peasley. Ooh, yes, can I have my Zkeeper? Yes, of course. Oh, classic. The classic gamers, the classic. I want Fawful gamers. I want Goombario. Gamers, can we have Goombario, please? Shut up, nerd, okay? Mario Kart for the Mario Karters. I don't want my Luigi. I don't want Paper Mario. You said you were not Nintendo Kart. Fine. But I'm from Mario Kart, okay? I want my mainline Mario characters in my Mario Kart, okay? Conqueror, 3D World. Sidestepper, Mario Bros, okay? Parrot, Biddy-Bug, 3D World again, bitch. Fawful, it was in some useless side spin-off game that no one fucking liked, okay? Worst game of all time, all right? Send him on, gamers! Send to the chambers with him. Get him out. Get him out, gamers.
A correct reason to H8 Funky. Tropical Freeze remake.
Come on, the Tropical Freeze remake wouldn't be the same without funky mode. I'll be real with you, Tan. I'll be real with you. But I don't know. I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to tell you. For me, it's like, are there like other characters from like other Mario extended universes that I would like to see? Sure, but like if I'm okay with what we. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know what to say, chat. I don't even know what to say. It's literally my Scrimbly is not in there for. I don't know what to say. I'll let him finish his point. But I'm just like we'll let him. Let's let him finish his point.
A Paper Mario rep like Vivian. I don't know. No, I'm just giving like different names, you know? Or even Dupless. Dupless would be like my personal dream pick.
Who the fuck is Dupless, bro? Like, at least when you said Fawful, I'm like, I get it. He's like the main antagonist for one of the, at least two, he's the antagonist in 2 Mario and Luigi games. The fuck is Dupless, bro? You want Dupless over Moo Moo Cow? I don't even know who that. At least when the Gino Andes say Gino, I know who Gino is. I don't even know who Dupless is, bro. Hang on. Just remember, guys. Just remember. He says no cow, no pokey, no parabiddy bug, but wants some fucking some guy none of us have ever heard of. Hang on. So he's a random Mario RPG. Hang on. That's even worse. Hang on. That's even worse. So he's okay with random generic enemies, but they have to be from his Scrimbly spin-off instead of mainline Mario? What's the difference? Now, don't get me wrong, I would like both. If you'd have like the Bean denizens from Mario Luigi Superstar Saga, I'm okay with that. If you have like Goomba from like the mainline games, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with random Scrimblies, but I'm not racist. I can do it with anywhere in the Mario universe. I'll take fucking... I'll take the fucking sledge. I'll take all that. You know that like spinning. What's it? That one superstar one hammer from Mario Luigi Superstar Saga like spins like a what's that fucking called? Like a shot put essentially and throws it. The shot put hammer bro, or the shot put bro as I call it. I would like him, and I would also like fucking Podo Boo. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Amazing flying hammer bro. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I just Yo-Yo Bro, yes, that's something I was thinking of, but Yo-Yo Bro. I would take Yo-Yo Bro or Hammer Bro. I'm not racist, okay? I like all of my Mario extent. Give me Handaconda, bro. Give me Bouldergeist. You know what I mean? Give me Bouldergeist. It's 2K. No, but like, I think, for me, it's just like, the main issue of my point, like if you were to ask me, Musty, okay, what's your actual issue with this point? My actual issue with this point is that, like, I don't think you can. I think claiming that you'd want generic enemies from like other spin-offs, but not generic enemies from like the mainline games is a bit weird. I feel like that's just a bit weird to me. You know, it really does feel like my goat didn't get in there for. Like my goat didn't get in there for I got snubbed, which I can understand, I suppose, but I really like what Mario Kart World has been doing, and I feel like in principle you kind of at least have to enjoy it somewhat, so that way it leaves the room for like other things. Like for example, right? I like the fact that Mario Kart World has gone a bit wacky with it, because now it opens the door to get them for them to get even wackier. Does that make sense? Now that we've had like generic, like I'll say just say generic, but you know the regular Mario enemies are like, okay, we're going to do this now. Who's to say the next game isn't going to get even wackier and maybe introduce spin-off enemies? Does that make sense? So the fact that they've started to get wacky now is something that I quite like, and it's something that's really funny. And later on, they might get even wackier, you know? So I find that this opens a good door, and while it might not be as exciting or thrilling to you, I quite like it, you know? Bowser's brother. Bowser's brother would be so good. Thank you so much, Carlwicker. Look, I fuck with Kirsty from Sticker Star and MK. Yeah, but like, if you're gonna get there, I feel like this is a good first step. I feel like this game having standard Mario enemies, maybe the next game has your Mario bosses, like your Reznor. Gamers, imagine this. Imagine Reznor. Imagine like a Reznor, a Bouldergeist in the next one, and then the Mario Kart game after that. Then maybe they'll start to do spin-offs. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, bro. You know, that's crazy. Imagine Cheap Skipper. Imagine Monty Mole Tank. Oh, imagine you can play as Monty Mole, but in his iconic SMB DS tank and SMB DS tanks. Major Burrows. Do you know what I mean? Like, just think about how many cool enemies we've named from like the standard Mario games that we don't even need to go to spin-off territory, you know? But for me, it's like they could have gone wacky with it in a lot of means. But I like the fact that they started it now, and that way maybe they can get more wacky with it next time. That's me. That's my game theory. That's the reason I'm annoyed with you, Mr. Vuix Crouton Crumbs. All right, it's okay when it's your spin-off, but not okay when it's Mario. I don't know. It seems a bit inconsistent. Just a little bit inconsistent. I don't know. Just a little bit. Just have some more joy and whimsy, brother. That's all I got to say.
Thing. Well, actually, Fawful would be number one, but Dupless would be in the top 3. But no, instead we're just getting dog shit. I don't know why.
Brother, what the that's not. Brother, you're insane. You're insane. Put him in a cage. Again, generic Mario enemy from Mario RPG is okay, but generic enemy from the Mario games is not. Brother, come on. Surely you can see the inconsistency there, you know? Surely, right? Like, bearing in mind, guys, I am a superstar Saga until I die, right? If you ask me, Musty, get rid of every whimsical character they've added in World and add Fawful, I'm not taking that trade. Honestly, I'm not taking that trade. As much as I'd absolutely love to see Fawful in there. But mainly because, and if you ask me why, Musty, come on, surely you'd like to play Fawful. I love the fact that they've gone so insane with the roster in this game, and I want to keep that as a precedent. I want to keep that as a precedent for what they do in the next game. Does that make sense? Like that if anything, that is, on principle, that is why I like this roster. That is why I like it, you know what I mean? So even if you don't like any of these picks, the fact that, the fact that they repurpose stage hazards so presumed to have reduced dev time means they can't, yeah, exactly. I like what they, even if, say for example, they didn't add Cataquack, right? Because Cataquack is my go. I fucking love Cat. I'm a new Cataquack main. Again, I love in principle that they got wacky with it. And it opens the door to them to get even wacky in the future. Gamers, look, honestly, this is the first time ever. Imagine this, chat. This is one of the first times ever, right? We're in a situation with Mario Kart. I don't think I'd ever say this, chat. We're in like a situation with Mario Kart World that where it's not too different from Smash. Like, think about it. Once Mario Kart World comes out, it's been out for a while, maybe there's some rumors about DLC, what's going to happen, chat? Literally, name a character in the mainline Mario games, it has a chance to be in World. How exciting is that, right? The fact that they've opened that door is incredible. That is and I think you should be extremely happy for that. Literally, right now, chat, right now, you could name a character, and in the first DLC, him again. How exciting is that? That's so good. Like, Torpedo 10, fucking the bully from like the Mario 64 games, Out My Way from Wonder. Bro, Poto Boo could be a character. Honey Queen could come back. The Walleye, iRock, whatever he's called. Bro, Brick Block. The Mad Piano, King Caliente, Momo, Bullet Bill, Banzai Bill, Mega Bill, the entire Bill family. What up, Bruiser? I'm voting for Bruiser. Just imagine, chat, a month from now, you are going to get a bunch of videos in your feed, 5 characters I want as DLC, and every single one of those videos are going to have a different 5 characters. That is the most exciting thing for me. I'm going to make that video. I want to make that video 1 month after Wonder comes out. 5 characters I want to see. Bruiser's going to be on there. I'm spoiling it, chat. One of them's going to be Bruiser. I want Bruiser in the game. Bruiser would be so fucking funny. I would love Bruiser. So, I don't know. I'm just full of joy and whimsy, brother. It's going to be so fucking fun to speculate about Mario Kart. Imagine that. They kind of killed the hype cycle now, I'll be real with it. But, like, the DLC hype cycle is going to go hard. That's going to go hard. Oh, man, I'm excited for that. The first time I'm excited for Mario characters. Can you believe that shit?
And where are the Miis? Are the Miis gone? Are we actually getting rid of?
It is a shame that it is a shame that the Miis are gone. I'll be careful. Mythical pick, who was that? Give me Flipperus. I don't even know who that is. That is a mythical pick.
Like, come on, man. What the hell? And so with the 12 characters that I mentioned earlier and would once removed, I can just add these 12 returning characters and the roster would basically be fixed for me.
Again, well, I'm glad you specified for you. But again, I think that your roster is just like infinitely more boring. I'll be honest with you. Your roster is just infinitely more boring because it doesn't open the door for the chicanery that I would like in a Mario Kart game. Again, he specified fixed for him, so I'm not going to give him too much shit for that. But yeah, I would just not. I'm okay with removing some iconic or snubbed characters if it means we get to speculate. I'm okay with that. I'm honestly perfectly okay with that.
These 12s would include Donkey Kong Jr. specifically.
So these would be his ones. So what? Again, gamers, remember, he's getting rid of 12 characters to bring back Metal Mario and Dry Bowser. Brother, you're insane, man. Like, that is tragic, man. Like, granted, Rob would be kind of sick. Seeing Rob, DK Jr., Dixie, Poochie, King Bawon would be kind of cool. But, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Metal Mario and Dry Bowser? Brother, man. Brother, man. That's wild to me. Half of these I wouldn't mind being in the game. The other half I'm just like, and you don't even want Honey Queen? Another woman erased from society? I don't know, man. Completely agree. Our enemies as characters are interesting and fun. Enemies as playable characters inherently bad. But what makes it worse, Rico? I don't know if you just joined us, but like, again, he would rather generic enemies from spin-off games. I'm just like, what's the difference? What's the difference?
Pixelated form, that would be awesome. Diddy Kong, PD Piranha, Rob, Funky, me, Dixie Kong, King Babomb, Hammock, Poochie, Dry Bowser, and Metal Mario. Those are the characters that I feel should be coming back. And while some may argue about how the Koopaling should be in, over some of these...
Okay, now that we agree with. Fuck the Koopalings.
No.
I think Koopaling hate is cringe in 2025. I'm okay with them being out, though. I'm okay with that.
Wrong?
Hang on, what is that?
Over some of these. No, you're wrong.
Okay, you're not based. I can know.
I know that a lot of people like the Koopalings. I am not one of them. I was in an era where they were overused up the ass. And because of that, I started hating them. So don't blame me, blame Nintendo.
I think we're far enough removed from that era where you definitely do need to take off your trauma goggles. But I do agree with you in principle. I'm just like, I don't really care for them. I'm okay, thank you.
There you go. And this is just including returning characters. But if I had to remove, actually 2 more, being Spike and Cataquack, I think we can just...
Okay, he lost me. Game is over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Spike, no, you lost me. You lost me. Spike and Cataquack gone. Yeah, no, it's over. It's over, gamers. I thought me and View Crouton Crumbs would be like the next best things in sliced bread. The collab is cancelled. The collab is cancelled. The networking run is cancelled. The shirts are cancelled. The tour is cancelled. Everything's cancelled, brother. Not happening. Not happening. Hang on. And just bearing in mind, chat. Hang on. Spike and Cataquack are gone. What does he add back in? Hey, if they're good, I'll give him his props. Let's see what he adds back in. Hang on. Hold, chat. Hold.
Get rid of these 2. Honestly, I'd replace them with probably Fawful and, I don't know, Gino from...
I'm still clapping, chat. Yes. He said Mike Scrunkly, therefore I agree with him. Therefore, get out of here, bro.
Mario RPG or Vivian, like I said.
Get out of here.
I know a lot of people...
Okay, Cappy would be sick. I give him Cappy. Cappy is sick.
Been happy to see Cappy, but, well, there we go. Just think about it like that. You're getting a fucking bee and a fucking ostrich over Funky Kong or Diddy Kong.
Yes, and I will happily take that trade every single time. Who's taking that trade? No, I'm okay if you guys in the chat say I want Funky Kong back. I'd actually hate this. Fair. Asking me though, happily taking that trade. Happily taking that trade. 100%.
think about it like that. This is how I'm thinking about it. And this is why I am not happy with this roster.
As far as I'm concerned, it seems like you're basically going off of like tradition and iconography, which is fine. I think embracing tradition and like giving the icons the time of day is something that's important to do. But I think for the first Mario Kart game to come out in like 11 years, them getting wacky is a fantastic precedent they've set, even if some of the characters aren't really as interesting to me as others are. Like, I got Catquack, so I'm okay. But like, I can't really say I'm going to play Stingbee too much. I can't really say I'm too excited about Sidestepper. But again, I'm excited with what these groups of characters represent, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them embracing modernity over going with tradition for a game that's 11 years removed from its predecessor. I'm okay with that, and I like the precedent that sets because it makes it very exciting to speculate about future characters. Extremely exciting. Like the fact that I would ask chat, who's your dream character to make it now, and I could get like 100 different answers in like 2 seconds is extremely exciting to me, and it's never been more exciting to speculate about characters than it has been now. That's all I would say. Bruiser the gang. Who's part of Bruiser gang? Who's part of Bruiser gang? What have we got? Hang on. Rip Van Fish. We got Womp. We got Madpole. Got Loom, but Galoompa's a good shout. Nuki. Don't remember who Nuki is. I'm Bruiser gang, baby. I'm Bruiser gang for fucking life. I love Bruiser. Actually, my favorite enemy. Specifically the Bruiser from the NSMB DS. In like Wii and U, he's like really angry. I'm like, oh, I like the ones where he's like punching you, but he's like, I'm gonna go get you. Specifically the Bruiser from DS. I like the Bruiser from DS. Skip Squeak. Toxbox. Hey, yo, hang on. I might be Toxbox. I might be a Toxbox bro on the side. I'm Bruiser gang, but occasionally I moonlight as like Toxbox bros. You know what I mean? I might be.
How does that make you feel? As much as it's funny to see a cow on a bike doing tricks or a fucking snowman being in a desert area, you know, I don't like it compared to other returning characters we could have had.
I'm okay. I've already explained my point, yeah.
Let me know what you think about my thoughts. I understand if you think that some of them are kind of stupid, but
a little bit.
Be respectful, be nice.
Oh, no, we will be respectful,
I'll
yeah.
see you guys later. Subscribe and take care.
We will be respectful, and I respectfully think that you are wrong and cringe. Yeah, no, like I said, for a game 11 years past removed from its predecessor, I love the fact that they've gone wacky and it opens the door to way too much. So, yeah, I disagree, and I think you're wrong and skibbity toilet. Let's have a look at the comments, shall we? Is my brother 6 going to work today? Let's find out. Oh, it is working. Nice. Let's have a look at his comments, shall we? I don't know how many there'll be. Oh, I never noticed the like-dislike ratio. Can I just move away real quick? Hang on. 70 to 24, so we got a little bit of backlash. Yeah, overall, I think the character roster not just being identical to the last games, but yeah, again, that's my stance. I understand that you might be a bit disappointed, but I'm fully embracing new. I'm just like, man, I just, do you know what it is, right? I want to be honest. If I was to like explain, I think like most of you guys, or like maybe some of you guys are doing it now, I definitely had a phase in my life where I was a bit too nostalgia pilled, and I kind of let nostalgia like carry, like, nostalgia is like a powerful drug, do you know what I mean? And I kind of let it carry my mindset for way too long. And I feel like now I feel like maybe now I'm a bit overcorrecting for that. maybe you could argue I'm overcorrecting for that. But I just, for me, the mindset I use now is if we spend too long thinking about the old, you won't get to enjoy the new. That's the mindset I have now. And I feel if there was ever a game where you can get that wacky with it without rustling too many feathers, I think it's Mario Kart. With Smash, again, I think one of Smash's very important tropes or assets is the fact that it embraces history and embraces the new. So with Smash, maybe you have to kind of like be a bit more careful. But if there was ever a game where you could like literally just go reject tradition, embrace modernity, it's Mario Kart, you know? I just want Coconut 32 times. No, there is a place for like, you know, a bit of nostalgia, a bit of like member berries. There's obviously time and place for that. But I feel like if there was an aspect where you could get insane with it, it's the characters. And I'm so glad they have, you know what I mean? I'm just so glad. I'm just really, really happy. I'm just really happy, guys. I'm really, really happy. Cow as a racer wouldn't even bother me so much. Why didn't they call it Moo? Okay, that's just true. I mean, that's just true in all fairness. That's just true. I think a lot of newcomers are only here because they showed up as, hang on, oh shit. Chat, get out of the way. Because they only show up as stage hazards on at least one course, not because they're funny, but simply making them playable takes less effort than all the cut characters. I mean, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what's it. A simple way of two birds, one stone, right? They're saying what I'm saying. Comment man agrees with me. Biff, you can't use my own spells against me. Okay, you can't do that. What? You know what's gonna happen, Biff? One of these days, I'm gonna be hit with no joy, no whimsy, and I'm gonna fucking crash out. Like, I'm gonna say, guys, I just don't think we should be doing this. I think this is kind of, and then someone's just gonna hit with a no joy, no whimsy. I'm gonna fucking just immediately ban him. Fuck you. Okay, that is my spell. That is my spell. I invented the holy texts. You cannot recite them back at me. Comics, the motion upsets me. What bothers me most is the Cooperling Andy. I just don't see it as a demotion. I see it as a side grade. But again, I'm not really a comic guy, so I don't know. A lot of new characters are just stagehouses. Yeah, pretty much. I think comic should still be a character. If Lakitu can be a rope racer and a guy who picks you up and fall off the edge, why can't he be over item and race? You know what? Fair. I see it. Just wait for the next Mario Kart Direct where you'll get nothing you're interested in. Should I go on my phone for half an hour as well, Matthew? Is that what you're suggesting? What's annoyed me is that apparently none of these new enemy characters have costumes that the food gives. Like, how hard is it to put a hat on a Goomba model? Maybe they're DLC options, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. It is a bit of a shame, but I get the feeling that they left out some of the good characters. They could sell it. Gamers, they're going to sell Funky Kong. And you know what's going to happen? Do you know what the worst part is? You guys are going to lap that shit up. As soon as Funky Kong comes back again, oh yes, Nintendo, give me more Funky Kong. That's how you sound. That's how you fucking... That's how you all sound. You will buy it. You will buy it and you will enjoy it. Okay, that's what you'll buy. You'll buy it again. $10 for $10 in the item shop for Funky Kong. And you have 2 days to buy it, otherwise it's going to disappear. FOMO. Mom's credit card, quick. Oh, man. I get what you're trying to say. There's a billion Goombas, but only one Diddy Kong. He's in jail, man. He's in jail. Penguin is here because of the Mario movie. I forgot he was in the Mario movie, honestly.
Okay, there's plenty more fish in the sea.
Okay, is that squid smells good with the dono? Okay, I pull up.
Moresty, would you sacrifice a chicanerous newcomer for a wacky classic like Honey Queen, Paratrooper, or Rob?
I would sacrifice one, yes. I would. But only one, though. Only one. More than one? I don't know. You might have lost me. I would sacrifice... Fuck, someone's gonna get mad at me. Okay, I would sacrifice Sting Bee for Honey Queen. I think that's a fair trade, all right? I think that's a fair trade. That is a fair trade. That is a fair trade alliance, okay? I would sacrifice Sting Bee for Honey Queen. I would sacrifice... Fuck, this is tough. I'd sacrifice Penguin for Paratrooper. And I would do... Snowman for Rob. That's what I'll do. I'll do 2 out of 3 of those. I want to do all 3 of those. I'll do 2 out of 3 of those trades. But listen, hey, someone's gonna get mad at me regardless of what I say, okay? Fuck you all, okay? I am right. I have had to make a tough call, okay? I have had to make a tough call. Rob, hang on. Rob, Andy, yawn. Mods, we have to start clamping down on these haters in my chat, okay? We have to start clamping down. It's unreal behavior. Shifu! Is the bird alert still broke? Bird alert is still broken. I'm replaying it. You get your TTS, okay? You're gonna get your TTS one way or regardless, whether you like it or not.
I am outraged that there are no Mays. Scrap Funky.
Yeah, fuck Funky. Yeah, no, the Mii's are more upsetting, alright? 10 seconds in the... For me? 10 seconds for me? Alright, you know what? 10 seconds to Demeech, okay? I agree with the majority of what you said, except for the... hang on, there it is again! There it is again, gamers. There it is again. I agree with what you say until you start talking about my scribblies. It happens, game. I'm telling you, it happens every time, chat. It happens every time. I'm not okay with it until you do it. Thank you so much, Matthew. Royal Guard. Because I'm giving you money. Okay, do you know... Okay, hang on. Let's go back. Who did I trade Penguin for? I fucking forgot already. Swap the Penguin, swap for the Dolphin. Okay, there we go. Matthew slid 5 under the table. Or 4 under the table. It's fine now. But yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, for me, it's a principles thing. Do you know what I mean? For me, it's a coin coffer? Oh, yeah, fuck. Okay, you know, get coin. Forget Penguin. Coin coffer. Coin coffer can go. My bad. Sorry, I forgot about coin coffer. Tax the rich. But, like, I'm just like... For me, it's not even a principle thing. Like, even let's say, for example, even if you got rid of, like, my guys that I play that's like Yoshi or something like that, right? Or, like, fucking... It's impossible. You're never going to get rid of Yoshi or Luigi. But let's say, again, mostly, you get rid of, like, your goats for, like, Wacky carrots. I'm still taking that trade. I'm still taking, because I want them to get wacky. I like the wackiness. I want the whimsy. That's what I want. Okay, I want that at all costs. You know? Obviously, chat meltdown about Mario Kart Roster. I like seeing chat meltdown, and I like actually being part of the conversation too. Because whenever you guys would mold out about rosters, I didn't give a shit. Now I give a shit. Okay, I am in for it. Tour launch without Luigi. Did they really? Holy shit, that'd be... Bro, Luigi was not in the game. You're lying. Is that true? Hey, can we get Frying Pan Sam or tour correspondent to confirm? That's unreal. Was he actually missing? Oh, you forgot the choice. What? That's unreal. They had to wait to promote Luigi. Can confirm. Okay. He was added 2 weeks. That's insane. P-Chat was in Lord. You know, I can see why you guys hated Tor. I can see it now. Which is going to be really ironic considering the next video I'm going to upload. So you guys are going to get that in a couple of days. Members first, obviously. But the content is... I'm putting the content out quickly now, chat. It's happening. I was going to say about the roster, but there's 2 points I wanted to focus on. First, the abundance of general enemies and species newcomers. The majority of them felt like characters that would be singularly adding to the roster as a surprise character, in the same vein of Chain Chomp and Tennis Aces or Piranha Plant and Smash Ultimate. The difference, however, is that the roster is filled with iconic, unique characters to the point where adding generic enemies makes for a good laugh. Like a, who invited this guy? Kind of joke. Most of the newcomers from Mario Kart World feel like Nintendo's making the same joke over and over again to prove that they're not funny anymore, especially seeing who was cut from prior games, knowing what other unique characters could have been in the game, certain newcomers instead. I 100% can understand this argument, but again, we're in a Mario Kart game 11 years later. It's been 11 years since Deluxe, and for setting a brand new precedent, I'm okay with it. Again, I get you being upset. I understand if you're not part of this. I get it. I really do. But like, yeah, as Matthew said, literally, exactly. Matthew Smart says it perfectly. He puts my words perfectly. I would take 1,000 penguins over Diddy Kong. I just want some new shit. I want some crazy fucking new shit. You know? That's what I want. My focus should be on I can drive as a fish. That's hilarious. My attention is so on the Axe Kongs, PE, Comic, and Pokey for Pokey number 530. Hey! You leave Pokey 538 alone. They're generic Stimpy 322. Ref. Seriously, ref, have a fucking word with him. This is actually diabolical. Over some of this thing like Egad, Cappy, or Lubber as some more examples. Would I like some, like, more iconic Mario enemies too? Yeah, of course. But like, I'm just okay. Again, I'm just gonna keep defaulting to the same thing, guys. I'm just okay with them going, let's get really fucking crazy with it this time. In the next game, let's say for example Mario Kart World 2, whatever it's gonna be called, if they pull the same joke again, it's gonna be a lot less funny. But that's when they have a chance to do something different, you know? Let's say for example the next Mario Kart game, they do introduce like iconic mainline characters and enemies. Your Boulder guys, your Lubbers, your fucking, you know, like your amazing Flying Hammer Bros. I'm calling him iconic, I don't care. But like, do you know what I mean? Like something like that, you know? Your EGADs. That'd be cool as well, right? I don't know. Spirit Comic, I'm just disappointed he got cucked again. I'm okay with it, but anyway. They should have made the Wonder Flower item instead for the same purpose as Comic. Oh, they could have, but I think people were theorizing that, right? People were theorizing that. I'll keep Penguin for sure, drop the Snowman character. Drop all of them? All of it? Again, it's just some for me, some for you, isn't it? I'm keeping it's either all of them or none of them. I don't know, it's all of them or none of them. All of them or none of them, I don't care. The footage is clipping in my mouth. My mouth is getting green screened. I actually don't have a tongue as well. And what did add P onto, which is pretty iconic non-enemy Mario Kart? Yeah, it's true. Yeah, true. So they're gonna do both. They're gonna do both, you know. Karmic. A lot of people upset with Karmic. I didn't realize there was this many. Honestly. Finally. Honestly, one of these days, I don't know if someone's bored enough. We need to do like Bravo 6 bingo, chat. Could you like Bravo 6 bingo needs to be someone saying, finally, or am I the only one? This is such an arc. I can't be dealing with this. This is such an arc. Mero, this is my, Mero, I want to, Mero's still in the chat. This is my, and that got me thinking. Finally, someone said it is my, and that got me thinking. I see it and I just, every time. I'm not even kidding. This is my, and got me thinking. The thing that pisses me off most is that I don't think it's 100% a bad choice. I see Goomba, Spike, Pianta, Penguin, and Cow, and they aren't actually bad choices, but I digress. The thing is, if we're really cutthroat, which we shouldn't do necessarily, but let's just play devil's advocate, when it comes to re-adding the currently cut characters, I think we should overall come up with an overall better roster. But come on, no King of Bomb, no Calmec, no Bowser. We lost it for bloody Snowman, Kong, no Fishman. I'm taking that trade. I'm taking that trade. I'll say it from the Hills gamers. I'm taking it. I'll take it. Finally, someone said it, and the point is that Pokemon games are too easy. Exactly. That's what it is. That's what it's had enough. You know what it is? It's when people say finally someone said it, and it's like something that I've seen like a plurality of people say. I can understand if it was something that maybe I've only seen a couple of people say it, but like it'll be like, finally someone said it. Fuck, you should definitely have been in this roster. And I'm just like, have you been living under a rock? What do you mean? Like, there's been a plurality of people saying that. What are we talking about? It's like, if finally someone said the Switch price are a bit too high, I'm just like, it's like, I know this is going to be a bit controversial. That's another Bravo 6 bingo. Oh, no, hot take is another. Hot take, but insert cold take, you know? Anyway, let's keep reading. Even if RPG characters were off the table, surely there's better characters in universe and generic enemies. Like, surely, yeah, they are. But again, I'll keep saying it, I'm just okay with what they've done. I'm okay with them finally getting wacky. Edit. Here's some more things I wanted to point out. First of all, the whole thing I was going over is basically if we were to go over the scrap characters and we were only to add about 5 of them that are sorely missed, plus adding all the characters I feel like would be a better selection overall. So we go, okay, sure, whatever. He's making a clarification. He responds with, "I expect nothing less from a Paper Mario enjoyer. My thoughts indeed." Common man agrees with them, huh? Interesting. Oh, hang on. I stopped watching after. Unreal. That's another classic. Oh man, because like yeah, even when a video kind of like is getting chicaneous, I usually stick it out to the end usually, but I guess I'm in the minority for that. Unless it's like actually insane. Like if I'm watching like a retrospective on like Super Mario 64 and he starts talking about Andrew Tate, yeah, then I might take my leave. but if it gets a little wacky, I'm like, I'm here for the ride. You know what I mean? I'm here. My favorite was always Wiggler. I think it was an odd choice. Now all these newcomers are like, yes! Oh my god, yes! Yes! Gamers, Pikmin Pro! Pikmin, yes! One of ours! Pikmin, it's one of the Pikminers! Biff, this is you! This is one of your guys! I love Pikmin now. He's one of ours in the comments. I love it. Pikmin Pro 2001. Would also my go. So funny seeing. Oh, you didn't talk about the other one. Hang on. Hey, you're dodging. He's like, call it gamers. He's a politician. Call Mr. Crumbs a politician. The way he be dodging these questions. He dodged it like you know. I give you props for that. I give you props for that. He interacted with the one part of the comment he liked, the cherry picker. Listen, if he was a card in the game, he'd be a cherry picker. Unreal. Absolute politician behavior here. I respect it. Oh man, this roster is both funny and sad. I like the idea behind this roster, and I do agree with some picks like Goomba, Pianta, blah, blah, blah. But the rest feel unnecessary and filler once you process the fact that they're just in. I'd have preferred Honey Queen over Stingbee, for example. People is redundant as a and Quack is fine, but overlaps with Pianta. No, he doesn't. I like Pianta. Pianta's my listen. I stopped reading this comment after he talked about my gut. I stopped reading the comment chat. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it anymore. No, you need the no. You know what? Koopaling suck. Okay, Koopaling suck. L. I completely disagree. I'm actually really happy that some underrated gems, cool characters are in the roster. What does Mr. Crumbs reply? Totally fine if you disagree. Go, oh, do you know what? Hang on. Hey, listen, fair. I respect it. I respect the creator that's willing to just go, hey, fine. I'm okay with that. I respect it. Absolutely. Thumbs up. Respect. Kind of hoping for a crash out, but respect. I respect 100%. But now some new characters, now some characters didn't make it like Diddy, Funky Kong, but it's like Nintendo trying to redesign them since DK got a redesign. Yeah, exactly. Hang on. But yeah, so does he have anything in relation to that? Didn't think about it that way. You might be cooking. Like, oh, he didn't even. Oh, well, now he knows. Hey, now he knows. Nice. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Hang on. My goat. Where's my goat? Blue Boy Tube. I clapped when the common man agreed with me. I clapped, gamers. I clapped. He's my goat. But yeah, we'll leave it there. But yeah, overall, Mr. Crumbs, listen, You're so valid. You're so valid and real for your feelings. I would say I very much like what they've gone for with this roster. They could have taken it in multiple angles. They could have gone, you know, iconic Mario enemies. They could have gone like spin-off guys. They could have taken it in multiple directions. Sure, I'm okay with the direction they took in this one, and it makes the speculation aspect of rosters a lot more fun from here on out. So I like the precedent that they set, even if there are some characters that I think are a bit much. And overall, fair video. I disagree though. And good luck to you, brother. And I'll leave it there. El Skibbity, yeah, exactly. El Skibbity toilet, and I'll leave it there. All right, I'll leave it there. Good stuff, though. Ba, 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 ba. Now that I think about it, maybe they added all these characters because they're new and you can't play them elsewhere. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's actually funny you say that, MSM. Because yeah, like obviously while the Switch 2 isn't the first console to be backwards compatible, I feel like even though, for example, like the Wii, like again, I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old with this, but I feel like even though the Wii was backwards compatible with the GameCube, that felt like more of a side grade than like, or just like, oh, it's a cool that I can do it as opposed to something you would consciously do a lot of the time. But like the Switch 2, if you're buying the Switch 2, I feel like a good chunk of its selling point is that you can also play Switch 1 games, right? So you can play 2 versions of a Mario Kart game on the Switch 2. So if you're going to do that, why not have 2 like completely contrasting rosters, right? That's what I feel like anyway. Even though, again, backwards compatibility has been a thing before, so it might not be like a properly good argument I'm making there, but I feel like with the Switch 2, a lot of people want to play their old games again, you know? So it gives you, like, same with Smash. It's the reason why I'm hoping with Smash, they make Smash like a kind of like fundamentally do like a soft reboot of the series, you know, like thin down the roster, refine the movesets, finally declone all the characters that are still got a little bit of that clone smell on them, and really get into it, you know what I mean? Maybe we use the Wii U backwards compatibility. Like, oh, that's true. But like, I feel like with the Switch 2, it feels a bit different. I don't know. Maybe I'm just spitballing them. It just feels a bit different. But like, maybe it's because like it's such a derivative console. Does it make sense? Like the Switch 2 is such a derivative console that the main reason you're going to buy it over the, like just keeping your Switch 1 is to play your Switch 1 games and the Switch 2 games when it comes out. You know? It's the same reason I bought a PS5. Like you can still have a PS4 and still get away with it relatively fine, but. Yeah, the reason I got a PS5 is because I want to be able to play my PS4 games again and play PS5 games whenever they do have games, you know what I mean? Whenever they do have games. I mean, Helldivers 2 is great, but that's like one game. And finally got those damn Xenoblade reps. Baxi Sakurai, where is he? He's going to outvote this comment. Yeah, lay down the link also. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Worth considering that also backwards compatibility is the previous games were sectioned off on their own. On the Switch 2, I think the Switch 1 games are mixed in. Maybe they aren't. We'll have to see, but like it feels a bit different this time. Even though I could definitely see a lot of Wii U users playing Wii games, I definitely see a lot of Wii users playing their GameCube games. It feels a bit different this time, you know? It feels a bit different this time for me. I feel like who would say right now a good chunk of why you're buying the Switch 2 is, yeah, you're excited for new games, but like the old catalog also is like how many of you guys would buy it right now, day one, if you also couldn't play your Switch games? I know, I don't think I would, if I'm gonna be honest. I think a good chunk of it is that like, oh, it's just like a nice upgrade, and I can also play Switch 2 games when they come out. For me, that's my logic, you know? But like, it would be a hard sell for a lot of people if it wasn't backwards compatible. And that's kind of what I'm getting at, you know what I mean? I feel like if you made the Wii U not backwards compatible, that wouldn't be as hard a sell, as hard. Same with the Wii if it wasn't GameCube's backwards compatible. It wouldn't be as hard a sell. But the Switch 2 definitely is a hard sell, you know? Like 3DS, yeah, 3DS is a good example as well, yeah. I feel like it would be a much harder sell, you know? But either way, give me about 3 minutes, chat. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna fill up my water bottle, which someone said, I don't know, someone was a bit confused as to what my water bottle is. It's I got it from the London Zoo. My fiance went to the London Zoo. It's got a bunch of turtles on it. So it's quite nice because it has this cool little lids. I said, thank you. I got a haircut today. I think it looks. I think it looks pretty. I don't know. I think it looks. I don't know. Imagine if Sir Musty got a mid-taper fade. I don't know. Or mid-skin fade. I don't know what it is. I just told my guy, listen, make me look fresh.